Good evening, Papa Boris here with another Banner Saga Factions match. I'm sorry I'm starting here rather than at the menu where you see what your opponent's team is. It was really slow finding a match, so I just stopped my recorder and decided to start recording once the match is underway, rather than making you wait through 4 minutes of the ranked match finder being super ultra slow. Anyway, pretty standard team for my opponent here. A couple of raiders, a couple of archers, warhawk. Let's take a look at their stats. So he's got a pretty high strength dude here. Nice big beefcake there. This raider has pretty low strength. Looks actually a lot like mine. Yeah, 8, 12, 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, very similar to mine. The only difference is I have an extra point of strength in my raid masters. And this Thrasher has got pretty high armor and strength. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be, again, pretty aggressive here with my raider. I really want to block his warhawk from coming up and doing terrible damage to my archer. Actually, could he have even reached my archer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, maybe I panicked a little bit there, but at any rate, having the Warhawk's movement restricted will allow my archer to scoot up a little bit farther to there and fire a nice tickling shot. Now, a good move for him would be to put his Raidmaster right there. If he does not do that, then I'm going to get to deal quite a bit of fire damage with my archer. If, however, he does do that, then I'll still be able to put my archer there and at the very least tickle his Warhawk. So let's see if he finds the correct move here. Find with these Raid Masters, you really want to be aggressive in your placement. So he's aggressively blocking in my War Master. I guess I can see why, because he maybe didn't want me to just charge up straight and deal terrible damage to his team. But I'm pretty happy with this turn of events. Now let me think about what I actually want to shoot. I could shoot this Bowmaster back here by moving up far enough. And that would deal actually a little bit more damage to his team, but I really don't want his Warhawk to be able to touch my archer. So that's the spot where I'm going to stand, and I could shoot the Thrasher and deal some damage to these guys. What I want to do, though, is I really do want to shoot this Sky Shooter, just because that will damage his Warrior. Here's something I found, just from playing a bunch, is that the really high strength units, the units that have like a strength of 15, 16, 17, every point of strength matters a lot. So the difference between like 16 strength and 13 strength is really big, because like 16 strength, you can do some pretty bad damage through someone's armor, but 13 strength, your output starts to get pretty unimpressive, especially with only 1 point of exertion. So he decided to shoot at the strength of my archer. I can see that working. He does have high strength units, so he's just going to try to pound past her armor. That's not a bad plan. Now, my other Raid Master unfortunately can't block in his Thrasher from killing my archer, so the archer's just going to have to die. And I think what I'll do is kind of the obvious. Let me just block up his Shield Master, stop him from getting into the fight. And so now let's think about what I want to do with my Warrior. After the Warrior comes the Thrasher, after the War Leader comes the Warhawk. This is a little bit unfortunate because it means that if I try to go off to the side, War Leader, and come down to get the first hit on his Warhawk, he'll see that coming, and he'll be able to duck out of the way. So what I might need to do instead is kind of weave up through here and just get a good hit in on his Thrasher. So he'll either have to let me hit his Thrasher for lots of damage, or let me come in and take out his archers. So we'll see what he decides to do in response. It might just be to sit there and do nothing. One tricky thing about playing with siege archers and having a very aggressive strategy is you have to make sure that you don't lay fire where your warrior ends up wanting to move. So I'm going to be kind of aggressive here. I want to move my archer all the way up here, because if I stop her here, my warrior isn't going to be able to weave through the middle. So I do want to give myself this opportunity to come up the middle with my War Master and do some serious damage. And I will now fire a shot at the Bowmaster to tickle everybody and bring down the damage of his team pretty nicely. Okay, so let's see. With 4 strength, is this archer going to be able to survive a hit? Yeah, from him, but from the Thrasher, 11 minus 9, that's 2. He has 2 exertion. Yeah, he can go ahead and one-shot her. So we'll see what he decides to do, really. Whether he wants to put his Thrasher in the way of my warrior or not. Oh, I just realized I screwed up terribly because actually my warrior is blocked. He cannot make it up the middle now. Oops. Yeah, so this is not a very good start for me. I've really screwed up. I can still go down this side and whack his shield master for 2 points of damage. And then a little extra point of damage on the armor and strength damage on the archer. Ouch. Well, this is pretty bad play on my part. I can't really go too far that way because then his warrior will be able to strike me first. 15 minus 9 is still a respectable quantity of damage. Ah, nuts! I really should have moved my archer over and then just settled for a shot on the shield master. Alright, what I'm going to do is, let's just do this head on. I'm going to whack his raider for 3 damage. And what this allows me now to do is to have some options. With my war leader, I can either give this archer another shot before she dies, assuming the Thrasher doesn't kill her. And he might, if he gets lucky with his thrashings. Or I could actually give my war leader another turn, or war master another turn now that his Thrasher's moved there. Come on up here and kill and hit that Thrasher pretty good. So we'll see. He wants to just maim her. Interesting. Okay. So now let's take a careful look. With his Warhawk, he really can't do very much at all. He won't be able to get past my Raider's resistance. I could give another shot to the Siege Archer. If I do that, his Warhawk will probably move out of the way. I'll be able to get a couple of points, get some more damage on his archers. If I give the War Master another turn, I can either kill his Thrasher, kill his Warhawk if he comes up stupidly, or I can give another whack at the Raider. Now let's see, 17 minus 12, that's... he has effectively 15 armor with the resistance. Yeah, I'm going to give my War Master another turn here. So he has effectively 15 armor with the resistance. 17 minus 15 is 2. I could deal another 3 damage to this guy with my special ability and reduce his armor a little bit more. Oh, the armor damage gets resisted. Right. So I could just do 3 more damage to him. Usually, it doesn't matter if I use my special ability or not. Or I can come around here and whack that Thrasher. So let's see, 17 minus 10. Well, that's pretty good. That's 7 damage. 8 damage with the point of willpower. So that's pretty good. I'd settle for that. And then we'll see what he does with his Warhawk. He has to keep it pretty passive or else I can come around and hit him. So it's possible that I'll be able to use my Raid Master to block his Warhawk from coming up to my own warrior, depending on how he positions his archers. Okay, well, let's go ahead and whack that Thrasher down. Kaboom. Quick point earlier, something happened that I wanted to mention and forgot. This Thrasher started on that spot right there in front of the yellow archer and moved sideways and then up. That's auto-pathing for you. It's not very good in this game, but you can set your own path. You can click on a square, then click on another square to pick a path to a spot if the game stupidly automatically defaults you to walking through flames. So he didn't. My opponent didn't know that mechanic. He also didn't realize how the ability worked on my Raid Master. He whacked him for 0 damage. So this person might not know the mechanics very well, in which case I will be at a significant advantage. Alright, that was a pretty solid armor hit. So let's take a look at his warrior. He has 5 movement. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if I move to the side, he'll still be able to come up and whack my own warrior, who is now behind in the initiative, and do terrifying things to him because I will be only at 4 armor, and he'll still be at 15 strength. That is not good. So what I'm going to do is try to coordinate an attack on him. Hopefully, by laying some fire down, I'll be able to make him at least take some damage if he wants to go up and hit my dude. So I'll tickle him a little bit, put some flames down, and just hope for the best. The reason I moved him here is that now he's kind of in a tough position. Either he's going to have to spend some willpower to get up here, or he's going to have to move his archer through fire so that the Warhawk can get out of here to this spot where he can attack my War Master nicely. So he's thinking about what to do. He could take a 70% chance to finish off my archer. I mean, the clear move, I think, is just to hit my warrior. You don't want someone with 17 strength sitting around. Oh, he decides to leave a path open for his warhawk to come out. Now, what's he going to shoot at? Or is he going to make us an arrow? We'll see. I think the correct spot here would be to launch an arrow into the air, but he took the 70% chance and got it. Alright. Well, so at this point I have a few options. I could actually move my Raidmaster over here and block him more, but I really screwed up. If I had put this Raidmaster there, and I'd put this Raidmaster here, I could have protected my warrior. But at this point, that's a lost cause. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to start doing some damage here. Let's go ahead and stand right there and give her a good old whack. So now she's nice and maimed. I don't agree, by the way, with his move of shooting down my archer. I see a lot of people see sky shooters and don't use their arrows. The arrows are just amazingly annoying to deal with. So if you are playing a sky shooter, really try to maximize your strategy and your team composition so that you can take advantage of their arrows, because it is a mighty, mighty tool. Alright, he's going to whack my archer a little bit. That's fine. I don't particularly care. What I really want to do with my siege archer is get this burn this warrior a little bit. It is tempting to kind of shoot this shield master, but you have to prioritize your targets, and I want to make sure that his warrior doesn't move in here, because in here he'll be able to do his spinny thing and whack both this guy and my war master. So I want to be able to shoot this spot that's 5 spaces away from. Let's go up here. That should be good. I really want to, make him spend his willpower and walk around the long way if he wants to hit my guy. Or, take 2 points of fire damage, which would be a mistake. He really shouldn't do that. Alright, now the disadvantage of that play is that I didn't shoot his archer. So that means that if she does choose to use the Bowmaster's ability to hit my warrior at long range, she'll get an extra point of damage on him. She'll be doing pretty good damage now. I lost, 5 points of armor, so it's 2 extra points of strength. So that's 4 damage from this distance. Not too bad. But he may decide to, I don't know, shoot more. Oh, he's going for the kill. And he gets it. Alright, that was a 90% chance. Pretty good odds of getting the kill. So let's go ahead and start doing some cleanup with my big dude. I might actually lose this fight because I have lost both of my archers and he's lost nobody. So I have to really make it count here. Let's go ahead and finish off his Thrasher. Let's see what he decides to do. I guess the correct play, now that there's no fire, oh god, is to come up here and do a swing. That's sad. At least his strength got tickled down a little bit, but yeah, that's bad news bears for me. He's going to be able to do 10 damage to my guy, and 2 damage to this guy, or maybe he can he'll choose to use a willpower point to beat my warrior down a little bit more. Oh, it's very unfortunate because I really should have kept my raider where he was. That way he wouldn't have been able to do a double spin. He chose not to do that anyway. All right, fine. So I need to get this guy's down as much as I possibly can. It's just I don't have any willpower left. Sad. Okay. Boy, I think I'm gonna lose this. Holy crap. Let's blow the horn. Let's do some damage to him. I really need to get that strength down as much as I possibly can. So one of his archers is maimed. That at least is good news. The other one, I could do some damage to. What, 4 or 5 points of damage? So I could maim the other one with this raider here, who is up next. And then if I could just get this Warhawk's strength down enough, I'll be okay. I just need to make sure that I get these archers good and down before they start being able to puncture the crap out of me. Alright, what is he doing with that extra point of willpower? Breaking my armor. Alright, let's go ahead and maim the archer. Oh, whackety whack whack. So again, here really he should be using the arrows. I mean, robbing me of my turns at this point, or just forcing my guys to sit there is really, really brutal. So that's what he would do if he's going to play correctly. Well, that remains to be seen whether he will or not. Now what I need to do is really take care of my war leader because he's the last high strength guy that I really have. I mean, my raid masters are totally fresh, but they only have 9 strength, so I need to protect him. In particular, this shield master can actually do a fairly solid 4 damage to him, so I'm going to run him. Oh god, my shield master actually, or his shield master actually goes first. So I'm going to need to use my raider here to actually block his shield master from coming up to me, because yeah, if he gets a hit of that much damage, that would be really disastrous. And yeah, I'll be able to get away with my war leader before his warhawk can swoop in there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We'll just stand there. It's too late in the game to be using the ability. I really need to start whittling that guy's armor down so that I can have a shot in hell of killing him someday. Now my war leader, with his humble 2 armor, really needs to come on around back and deal 3 damage to his guy so that he can't retaliate, and so that none of these archers can pierce him or do any shenanigans. Not sure what he should do with his shield master here. Probably just whittle down my armor a little bit more. Yep, there we go. He's got very, very good armor breaking capabilities. Now let's do a quick count. This guy can move 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, he can actually reach me, even if I go all the way back here. Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do. It's a little bit too late to be passive. You know what? Maybe I should have actually stepped forward and hit him for 6 damage. That would have actually been really smart. Oops. Okay, well, I'm making all kinds of misplays here. That's unfortunate, but yeah, as you're learning the game, that's what you gotta be willing to do. And actually, I could have kept my war. Oh man, my warrior actually goes before his. Oh jeez! I could have just kept my war leader there and then moved my warrior there. Oh wow, that would have been totally fine. Okay, well, that's sad. Yeah, so with 14 strength, if I had just hit his guy for 6 damage, that would have been fine. Sad. Alright, so I'm now officially out of horn charges. This guy still has 12 strength. I'm too low odds of killing that guy off. Can't really move anywhere good. I can't stop him from reaching my war leader. Does he have any willpower? Yeah, he has 1 point of willpower. Balls. Okay, well, I think the best thing here is to go this way. That way, if he wants to kill my war leader, at least he has to move away from my other guys, and I will take this 80% chance to knock his strength down a little bit. Hopefully reduce the damage he's going to do to my war leader. It's possible that all my agonizing here was moot and that he was really just planning to kill my guy. 7 damage is certainly not unimpressive. It's just not as good as the 9 damage he can do to my war leader if he moves on back there. Yeah, I've definitely lost this match. I made a mistake earlier. What was it that I really screwed up? Oh, he's gonna go. Oh man, I left him a double hit opportunity. Whoops! Yeah, my positioning has not been very good in this match. That is a fact. But he misused his own skills, so I have another shot at life. Wow, okay. Yeah, so, fun fact, folks, when you use the Warhawk, it's clockwise from the unit that you select, which a lot of people screw up because, it's the opposite of the direction that his sword swings. So, people kind of intuitively follow the direction of the sword instead of following the game mechanics. Now wow, I'm playing so badly. I terribly screwed up here. I should not have put my raider right there, because that actually prohibits my war leader from reaching his guy. All he needs to... Actually, no, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm silly. He can't block me. No matter what, I'll be able to reach his Warhawk there and do some damage. So what is he doing with his 2 strength? Oh, he can actually damage me for 2 points. That's pretty smart. Not a bad use of willpower. Oh, he's just standing there. Okay. Fine. Let's see. So, is anyone in danger from puncture? No, my armor's high enough. His armor's high enough. So, yeah, let's just, 9 strength versus 11 strength. I can do more damage to that guy, yeah. Some prioritize, especially because he's going to be doing 2 attacks. So that fatal error might have just brought me back into the game here. So he can do 3 damage to my guy, who should be at only 6 strength. So I should have just done like less strength to him in general, and I should be like almost dead right now. Yeah. Let's kill that guy off. And I think I'm actually gonna win now. Even though my guy has very low armor, he can't do enough damage to me. He can't hit me with his guy, so I am gonna actually get to land a hit on his shield master before he can retaliate, before he can hit me first. Whew, you know, I'm gonna have to watch this video again to see where exactly I really screwed up. I think it was just that positioning of my archer which stopped my war master from being able to come up the middle. He just made a pretty nice move trying to block my war leader with his archer from coming up to his shield master. Unfortunately for him, this is the guy who gets to go now. And that is bad news for my opponent because... What is he doing? Oh, it's 1 point of damage. Smart. I can go here. So that's the thing about Varls. Sometimes you can position yourself in such a fashion that your Varl can get up to theirs, but they can't get up to yours. So I'm going to give myself a little blow of the horn. Heal him some armor damage, and now his raider, because he has no willpower. Oh my gosh, he actually can block me. Yeah. So his raider can actually go. I'm sorry, I'm just terrible here. His raider can go right there and block my war leader from hitting his shield master. And so once he does that, he'll be able to buy himself some time. Although with this positioning of my raiders around his shield master, I'm still going to be able to keep the jump on him, where my war leader can come up in here and attack his shield master, but his shield master can't get out to attack my warrior. So let's see if he finds the move. He does not find the move. He's just going to do 1 point of damage. I'm going to be on at 12. 12 minus 7 is still 5 damage plus a willpower. I'm going to deal 6 damage to him, so yeah, I'm going to be in pretty good shape. Is he going to whack me? Is he going to whack me? Or is he going to time out thinking? Yeah, he's going to whack me. Alright. So... Oh! I thought for some reason my war leader was going to get to go before his shield master. Whoops. No, guess not. Well, alright, let's just open up my options a little bit. Let's go there. Let's finish off his archer. There. And so now his shield master is in a bit of a pickle. He can't get out to attack my war leader. If he hits my guys for 2 damage, then my war leader will, in his unarmored but still mighty state, be able to come in there for 6 damage and seal away the game. Alright, let's get on in there. So the one kind of nice thing about the war leader's ridiculously high minimum willpower stat is that I am, putting it to good use. It's been pretty nice so far. But with both these guys at 2, I will be able to mop this up pretty easily. So, folks, the moral of the story is positioning is very important, and if you do it badly, you will lose the game. But if you don't know how your unit's abilities work, you will lose the game even more. He really, really, really should have paid attention when using his Warhawk. Alright, I'm just gonna blow the horn, kill him. That will be a wrap. So actually, because this guy has comically high armor, my own raider probably will not do any damage, but with the armor breaking capabilities that he has, he will break just enough armor to guarantee my war leader the kill. I was thinking of renaming my war leader the Mop, because in so many of my matches he just mops things up, as he will here. Horn, and call it a wrap. GG. Sorry about Warhawk. Frowny face. Alright, folks. I hope you enjoyed that match. I hope you will forgive my scattered and oftentimes erroneous commentary. This was a lot of fun. I hope to have more videos for you soon. Like this one if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Till then.